Okay. My name is Dennis Serrette. I'm a long-time activist. I grew up in Harlem, where it wasn't hard to be an activist. I've been a part of the labor movement for over 50 years, and I've dealt in the left of the struggle for a long, long period of time, even longer than that. And I'm hopeful that we can get our agenda accomplished today. And I think that we have, I'm told that we hit the 100 mark today. So give yourself a round of applause. And we have a series of speakers that are going to come before us today and hopefully help deliver that message. And I suspect that, because we were in a very difficult situation and we had to pull things together, that we were up against Mommy's Day. And even though some folks had to disappear on that, but I'm hoping that tomorrow we can have the kind of audience where we can get to resolve and get some business started. But let me just say this. We have a hell of a lot to accomplish here. It's just seemingly an incredible task. But you know what? I see us growing. I'm seeing very, very clearly that, things are starting to move. And I know that eventually, at some stage, we're going to move Mr. Trumka to the point where he's going to take a real position. Now, I know in many cases that everyone will agree with the kind of things that I'm going to say here today. That that old saying is, what is to be done? It's an old left saying. We have to pull together a long range and short range plan. We have to pull together mergers of unions because a lot of unions are too small and too weak to do anything. Hopefully we can, somebody will address that a little bit. We have to build united fronts with the community, with labor, with anybody that will be on our side and the classes side when it comes down to our struggle. We have to communicate with college and freshmen. A lot of people know that those of us that were around in the 60s and 70s, and we started with those freshman classes. The freshmen were always the ones that are ready to get out there and do their piece. But when I used to do a survey in New York about how many people are freshmen, how many people are sophomore, how many people are seniors, I used to see those hands go up of freshmen all over the place. And then when they got to seniors, it was one or two and maybe none. So we have to catch our kids young and when they have faith in the system and to grow with it, so we can grow with them. We have to go into community outreach. We have to begin to shape our agenda in a way that, because I can tell you right now, once we start getting endorsers, and I start throwing this in front of other labor people, and those endorsers meant a lot. And I'm telling you, during the 60s and 70s, you know what it was all about in terms of endorsers. That was your credibility. So we have to identify easily youth, race, and gender in our leadership. We have to begin to be the progressive element that will lead labor in a way that labor will grow and not just disappear or just shut us. And last of all, I think that we have to begin to be very, very clear that everything is global. Everything is global. There are no community problems anymore. Everything is global. To those who are on our borders, those who are across the seas, you can sit in a Safeway line shopping for some groceries, and you could be talking to somebody in China. So we're in a technical age that says, you know, in my early days, when I was vice president in New York, we said bullshit when it came down to arbitration. We will solve our problems, and we did. Today, almost everything is arbitration, and we're beginning to lose our shirts. So we have got to, at some stage, begin to globalize in a way that we know that they can't run away from us. So our struggle and our path in front of us is going to be a large one. So I'm looking forward to hearing many of the other speakers, and hopefully, you know, we can look in front of us instead of in back of us. I could go through a lot of different things that we used to do tactically and strategically, but right now it's all about moving forward and not looking back. You know what they always said, forward ever, backward never. You know where that came from. By the way, he was a good friend of mine too.